The Haunting of Willow Creek Mansion. Willow Creek Mansion, perched on the outskirts of a quiet, forgotten town, once stood as a symbol of grandeur. Its towering spires and majestic architecture were the pride of the community, but over the years the mansion became a shadow of its former self, dark, abandoned, and steeped in whispers of the supernatural. For decades, locals stayed away, terrified of the strange occurrences that plagued the mansion and the restless spirits that were said to haunt its halls. When 23-year-old journalist Rachel Myers arrived in town, she couldn't resist the pull of the mansion's eerie reputation. Hungry for a story that would boost her career, Rachel decided to uncover the truth behind the haunting. Armed with nothing more than her camera, a flashlight, and a brave heart, she ventured into the mansion one foggy November night. As she stepped inside, the cold air hit her like a wall. The silence was deafening, broken only by the creaking of the wooden floors beneath her feet. The flashlight flickered across faded wallpaper and cracked portraits of long-dead families. Every corner of the house seemed to be hiding a dark secret, and Rachel could feel the weight of the mansion's history pressing down on her. In the grand hall, she found an old journal, its pages yellowed with age. The journal belonged to Margaret Whitmore, the mansion's original owner. Margaret had been a recluse after losing her husband and daughter under mysterious circumstances. Rachel's pulse quickened as she read Margaret's final, chilling entry, "The darkness took them, and now it comes for me." Suddenly, the sound of a child's laughter echoed through the house. Rachel spun around, but there was no one there. Fear gripped her chest, but her curiosity drove her forward. She followed the laughter, which seemed to lead her down a hidden staircase into the mansion's forgotten basement. The basement was colder, heavier, as if the very air was soaked in dread. Strange symbols lined the walls, and at the center of the room stood an old mirror, cracked but still reflecting something that shouldn't be there. Rachel stepped closer, her breath misting in the freezing air. When she looked into the mirror, her reflection warped, twisted into a sinister version of herself, grinning back at her. The reflection whispered her name, and the room exploded into chaos. Doors slammed shut, shadows danced across the walls, and the once quiet mansion erupted with ghostly screams. Rachel scrambled to escape, but the mansion wouldn't let her leave that easily. When she finally stumbled out into the night, trembling and disoriented, she realized hours had passed, though it had felt like only moments. The next morning, she reviewed the footage on her camera. What she saw made her blood run cold. She wasn't alone in that mansion. A shadowy figure had followed her every move, its hollow eyes watching her from the darkness. Determined to uncover the mansion's secrets, Rachel returned. This time she wasn't alone. She brought along her friend, local historian Alan, who knew more about the mansion's history than anyone else. Together, they ventured down into the basement, where Alan recognized the symbols on the walls as part of an ancient ritual, one meant to summon and bind restless spirits. As they approached the mirror, the air grew thick with tension. The moment Rachel touched it, the room went dark and Margaret's ghost materialized before them. Her face twisted with sorrow and rage. She explained that her husband and daughter had been killed in a ritual gone wrong, and that their souls, along with her own, were trapped within the mansion, unable to find peace. Margaret told Rachel and Alan that breaking the mirror would set the spirits free, but warned them it wouldn't be easy. With trembling hands, they struck the mirror, shattering it into 1,000 pieces. The moment it broke, the mansion seemed to come alive. Doors slammed, walls shook, but then, as suddenly as it had started, everything went still. The darkness lifted. When Rachel emerged from the mansion, the sun was rising and the weight she had carried was gone. She had freed the trapped spirits, including Margaret's, and the mansion was finally at peace. Rachel's story about the mansion became the talk of the town, and her article catapulted her career. The haunting of Willow Creek Mansion was over, but its legacy lived on forever, etched in the pages of history. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more tales like this.